It is 7:30 on July 27th, and I have once again found myself on a back road heading into an access lake approximately 4.5 hours from my place. I am doing a trip in the Mississagi Provincial Park area. The area I'm going to, I believe, is Crown Land from all I can find. And I am heading to Lac Aux Sables, or Lake Sable, or Sable Lake. I don't speak French very well, I'm sorry. And I've still got an hour left to go. I'm hoping to arrive at the access around 8:30. According to my GPS, says 8:35, but with these roads and conditions, you never really know how accurate that is. But that should give me about an hour to get to a campsite. There are a few on Sable Lake, which is what I'm going to be calling it. And I think the closest one is maybe 2 or 3 kilometers in, so hoping to be able to get to camp and get set up and do all the things before it gets too dark out. However, I am used to doing things in the dark, so we'll see what happens with that. And I'll give you some more information later. I'm still racing the clock. I just heard the weather forecast. I'm getting a radio signal here, but nothing else. And it's saying that tomorrow there's going to be wind gusts up to 40 kilometers in the early afternoon. It's supposed to be a chance of a thunder and lightning storm all morning with rain. So I'm not sure if I'm even going to be able to move tomorrow. So I'm really trying to get to a campsite on Sable Lake. A little bunny on the road. I don't know if I caught it, but it's just sitting there in the middle of the road. Alright, just a quick video to show you the road conditions. They're still really good. Way better than the logging road that I went down in Temagami. I'm about 15 minutes away from the access. My ETA right now is about 10 to 9, quarter to 9. It's 9 o'clock. I'm at the access. I just unloaded the boat. Everything's ready to go. I just parked my car. Sky's looking really dark. I gotta move it, and there's like 3 or 4 campers here with a whole bunch of people sitting around a fire, so I'm not going to take any videos over there. Just taking one in my car quick, and off I go. I gotta move. Alright, it is 9:05 and I am on my way. I've got mirror conditions, even though I've got some grumpy clouds. And just heard a loon calling, so off to a great start. There are 2 or 3 campsites within 2 to 3 kilometers. Maybe 3 to 4 kilometers from here. So I'm heading to one of those. Hopefully one of them is empty. The time is just flying now. It's 9:15 and I've paddled maybe a kilometer. I still have about 2 more to go to get to where the campsites are. But as you can see, the weather is being quite nice to me. And there's not really much wind at all. Water's very calm. And it's just super crazy cloudy. All right, I'm loving this place so far. So far I've seen a beaver, 3 grouse, and a rabbit. And I've just got here. Okay, the grouse and the beaver, or the grouse and the rabbit were on the road, but still. Look at this, gorgeous. Okay, I gotta go. I think I could do this loop in about 5 days. I have 7, not 7 full days, but I wanted to give myself some extra time because I want to, instead of just doing the loop, I want to go up and go exploring a little bit through some of the lakes and then go back down, spend a couple days doing that and doing a bit of relaxing. Alright, it's 9:40, it's just starting to get dark, and I believe this is the campsite. I'm just going to paddle around a bit and see where to put the boat. Looks like somebody had a tent right there. I would prefer to have it a bit more sheltered with the bad weather coming, but I'm not going to have much time to set up, so I'm really gonna have to move it. And I packed my headlamp right in the top of my bag so I can get that out quickly. This is where I just pulled up in the first spot. I didn't paddle around or anything. I'm gonna leave that. I'm just gonna find like a nice sheltered spot here to put my tent. Somewhat sheltered, maybe a little bit sheltered. And still looking to see if there's a path to a privy anywhere. I don't know if privies exist here. The person who told me about this place couldn't remember, so there's a trail, as you can see. I don't know where it goes. Maybe to nowhere. Yeah, pretty much to nowhere. I don't see any privy signs. I don't even see a campsite sign. So this is all Crown land camping, even though it's a provincial park. And I wasn't 100% sure until I got here. There was a sign saying non-Canadian residents need a permit. So I did look online, but I couldn't find anything. Oh boy, all right, I have so much to do. I'm gonna get to work and I'll see you in a bit. Ooh, got some blueberries? Yeah, nice. Dinner, oh, there's a bunch. All right, it is 10:06 and I have got my tent up. The wind is supposed to be coming from the southwest, which is actually this direction. So it should give me a good amount of shelter as long as it doesn't change directions tomorrow. All right, it is 10:30. I thought I was doing really good, but I'm happy I am because I do have a fire going. It's burning, so yay. Tent is set up over there. I've got the canoe over there tied up and flipped over against the wind just to be sure it doesn't go anywhere, and I moved it up from the water. Got my chair over here. I have opened up myself a Palm Bay strawberry and pineapple, which is going to be delicious. And just scoop some water out of the lake. I've got my chicken Alfredo in a freezer bag here, so I'm going to try to do that drop-in thing again and heat it up. Hopefully I'll be patient enough this time to wait for it to actually get hot. The sky is really dark. There are no stars, no moon, no nothing. This is pretty much my view without my light. Just pitch blackness over the water. All right, this is the third time that I've tried to do this, heating up my food. All three times have been fairly late at night. The waterfall trip that I did was the first time I tried it. I think I had like a linguine pasta of some sort, pesto pasta. This is the first time it's actually been hot, so I'm gonna eat it before it gets cold. The wind is still picking up a little bit. It's making some little splish splash on the rocks, and it's making my fire go nice. Well, it's 11 o'clock and I am pretty impressed with everything that I've got done since 9 when I left the access to paddle over here. I paddled like 3 kilometers. I set up my camp, set up the tent, got everything in there done, put the boat, all my stuff away. I still have to amalgamate my food. When I went to work, I went to work this morning and then I left straight from work. So what I do is I take all my cold food and I leave it in the fridge as long as possible. So I have my cold food and I had a bag of ice with the fettuccine Alfredo that I brought, which I'm going to use for my drink shortly. I think I might drink out of the pot there because it's nice and big. And I'm just going to like smash this against the rocks, and because it's going to be gone by tomorrow. It's pretty warm out. So yeah, so I'm going to have that with my Palm Bay. It's going down real nice. And yeah, all the things are done. Probably going to sit out here for a little bit. Cheers. It's a great start to the trip. I'm really excited for this one. It's a totally new area for me. And you'll see how it is along the way. I'm not going to tell you too much. We'll just see how it goes. Great way to spend an evening. Got a nice little fire going. It's just starting to cool down a little bit. I have my tank top on and my bug shirt, so I moved closer to the fire. And now I'm nice and warm. Got a nice big piece of ice here in my Palm Bay. And just hanging out, enjoying the scenery. I just looked over and noticed that I have a little visitor. Hello, little frog. How are you doing? It's so cute. It's so tiny. Super small. It is like 1:15 and I'm still awake, but I am going to sleep right now. I was just looking over my map for tomorrow to see, because there's so many days. For me, usually I have the days pretty much memorized in my head, but I don't right now. So tomorrow I have about 14 or 15 kilometers of paddling in total, and 4 portages or portages that are like 800 meters or something in total. So it's not too crazy, but it's also supposed to be thunder and lightning till noon, and then it's supposed to be 40-kilometer wind gusts. And 14 kilometers of paddling for me is quite a bit, actually, because I got to go through the rest of this lake, and then I have to go through another big lake until I get into the river, and then I'll be in small water and I'll be fine. So I just need, like, I don't know, a couple hours just to get through that section. Anyways, I'm getting a little chilly, so I'm going to get my sleeping bag and go to bed, and I will see you tomorrow. Good night. Well, good morning. It is 5:45 a.m. on Thursday, July 28th. Beautiful red sky. Red sky in the morning. Sailors take warning. I want to go back to sleep, but I can't, obviously. Not with this going on. Well, it's 6:15, and just like that, the show is over. It was magnificent, though, and I caught most of it. I think there's a snake in the water right up here. Oh, there. Right in the center of the screen. It's just sticking his little head up. I'm assuming it's a snake. I don't think it's a turtle. I think it would be bigger. Oh, the bugs are just crazy right now. Well, just a few moments after the sky put on its show. It's now raining. It's just dripping really lightly. I can barely even feel it. If I couldn't see it in the water, I might not even know it was raining. Just get a couple drops on my hand here and there. It's raining. It was raining lightly when I came back in the tent. I decided that I needed a little bit more rest. I'm almost feeling a little bit nauseous because I'm so tired, and it's not a good way to start a trek of 14 kilometers and whatever, 4 portages. So I set my alarm for 8, and I was just starting to fall asleep when the rain started coming down really good. If I would have packed up when I had made the decision to come in, I'd probably have all my stuff out in the rain right now. So I'm kind of glad I waited a little bit. I'm going to go back to sleep, and I'll be back in a bit. Well, I managed to fall asleep. My alarm went off at 8 and woke me up. Just went to visit the privy again. And as I was doing that, I heard lots of thunder rumbles. They're distant. I believe they're over there, but it's hard to tell because they could echo. But it looks like they might be over there. And everything is still really calm out. The rain has stopped, but I'm just wondering about these thunder rumbles. I mean, I can paddle in thunder. It's just lightning, right? And if I'm on a big body of water, I'm pretty much the tallest thing. So, I'm not sure what I'm going to do here. All right, it's 8:30 and I'm just kind of trying to decide what to do. It's been about 10 minutes since I heard any thunder rumbles, and then I just heard one now just before I started recording. I had to take a moment and stop and eat some of these blueberries. There's so many of them and they're so delicious. They're selling these blueberries right now in the store for like $27 for a little pint. They're delicious. I actually didn't think I was going to get blueberries because I had some on the Canada Day trip. Not a ton, but they were just turning, and I figured now by now they'd come and gone already. All right, here's my breakfast sandwich packet. Never done the egg like this before. Hopefully it didn't get bad or anything, but I had it on ice up until, I don't know, 11 o'clock last night, so. English muffin. Packet of egg. I just wrapped it in some parchment paper. There's the egg. Feels a little bit slimy, actually. I'm not sure I want to eat this. It feels a little bit slimy, and slimy is always an indication that something's not right. All right, I have some cheese with me, so I'm just going to have a cheese and bacon English muffin. I get cheese and bacon sandwiches at Timmy's all the time, so. Still listening for the thunder rumbles. They are still fairly far apart. The last one was a little bit louder though, but still seems all good here, so I'm gonna keep going. Well, it's 20 after 9 and I have ceased packing for now. I have my thermarest, my pillow, my sleeping bag, and my tent to do. You hear that? So the thunder is still rumbling quite a bit. It's been more and more frequent, and it's been a bit louder. And I don't want to like get everything packed up and then get in the boat and paddle like a kilometer and then have the lightning start, and then I'm like stuck out there, and then I just have to pull over somewhere and wait, and it's just not smart. So there's no lightning. I haven't seen any lightning, but it doesn't mean that it's not all of a sudden just gonna crackle down and blow me up. So if it was raining, pouring, whatever, I'd probably be gone, but the thunder and the lightning is something you can't really mess with. It's 9:35. Thunder's still rolling, rumbling. Looks like it's lightening up out there as far as like the color of the sky, but there's a lot of dark stormy patches of clouds, and it just keeps thundering. So I'm waiting. Temperature's dropping a tiny bit. Wind is picking up a little bit. Not much, just not mirror anymore. Thunder's still rumbling. I want to get moving. This is not normal for me. It's 10 o'clock. I'm usually like halfway to where I'm going by now. It's going on 10. I just made the call. I was like, okay. I opened up the thermarest and started letting the air out. And that's like my final, because I don't want to blow it up again here. And now the thunder is like continuing. Just finally moved the canoe. Got everything packed. Starting to get ready to go. And look at this nastiness over here. It's in the same spot where the thunder's been rumbling the whole time, but there's a crazy wicked storm over there. I think part of the downfall of being on a bigger lake like this is that I can see this. If I was in a smaller water or doing the portages or stuff, I probably wouldn't even be able to see that this was coming, or be worried about it because it's off in the distance, but I am heading that way. I am heading into it. And the thunder is still rumbling. I think I might have to abort for now. Yeah, hear that? Yeah, that's in agreement with me. All right, I'm gonna set up the bug shelter, I think exactly where the tent was. Looks like the best spot. There's a spot over here. Just need a spot that's really simple. Oh, now it's starting to rain. Gotta go. That's the fastest I've ever set up the bug shelter. This is why I keep ropes on every corner, so that I can just put it up quick. I'm pretty much about 4 feet over from where my tent was set up. I didn't set it up exactly where I wanted it, but I only had to put each string on a tree once, and all my stuff was already under it when I started. I laid it on top of my stuff, and I also grabbed the footprint, and it's really low, but I'm sitting in my canoe chair, leaning back against my backpack, and I think I'm pretty sheltered here, so got a good view of the storm, and just wish I was in my tent having a nap. I should have just kept it up and stayed a bit longer, but all the signs were indicating it was clearing, so such is life. Wow! Ah! There's a rock right there, and I can't get to it. I use the bear ball. Oh, it's coming down. Bug shelter's like 2 feet above my head, but that's okay. I'm hoping to keep me dry. Look at it. It's pouring. Oh my gosh. Thank God I didn't go out on the water. It's just pouring. And the wind. There's white caps on the water. Hang on, let me see if I can. I've been carrying this little green piece of string, twine actually, in my pocket for a while. It was from the big selfie stick. I had it tied to the top so I could attach it to stuff so I didn't have to carry it. And last night I was like, I should get rid of this string. I don't need it for anything. Thank goodness I had it. As soon as the storm started coming through, this started lifting up and flying inward, which is why the bear vault was there. There were 2 rocks here. There was one on that corner and one on this corner. The wind was so strong it flipped that big rock up and over, and this whole thing was coming in on me. So I was holding on to this and just pulling it down, and I grabbed this and I thought, well, if I tie it to this tree, then that can't blow up. So that little piece of string saved me quite well today. Very impressed. I just looked out over the lake, and you can't see the other side just a little bit. So I'm assuming there's another wall of rain coming across. Yep, that was another wall. And if you look across, now there's another one right in front coming this way. I really like watching storms, and I'm fairly comfortable in here and I'm safe, so kind of happy that I got this set up so quickly, and I'm getting to watch it come across the water. I think it might be slowing down. I think it's actually almost stopped raining. Thunder sounds like it's over me or just past me now. Oh, here. look over here, that's the storm that just passed through. Clouds are now going this way. If you look over where the storm originated, there's some blue skies. I'm just gonna wait it out. No rush now. I'm waiting to see some more lightning, but I just got that one flash and that was it. I wish I was in my tent having a nap. I actually could have set it up in this time, but I didn't want to do that all again. I just packed everything up. Oh, 11:45 and here comes round 3. I rummaged through the beer vault looking for the drink bag. Just thinking about making a hot chocolate, but settling for a granola bar. Just gonna eat this and watch the events unfold. Oh, it's white again in front of me. I was listening to my audiobook, but I can't even hear it. The rain is just deafening. It's so loud. So glad I didn't go. I was so close to leaving. I'd have been a drowned rat. I'd probably be sitting somewhere under my canoe like, ooh. Well, it's 12 o'clock. The third wave just passed through and finished. That was a big one. Now the boat that was sitting at the dock yesterday by that campsite, people were in the RVs, just finally made an appearance. Just cut the engine by that other campsite across from me. Alright, it is 12:15. Sky's clearing up. I think I'm in the clear, I hope. I haven't heard thunder in a while. So, I think I'm going to take the bug shelter down really quick. Hopefully I can take it down as fast as I put it up. And get my stuff in the boat and get on my way. Probably won't get to camp now till like 5:30, maybe even 6. I don't know, depend on the winds and depend on how far I can get, but it's time to head out finally. A long morning of waiting. Here the sun's trying to come shine on me. There you go. I have to get my sunglasses out. Super duper. Alright, it is 12:40. Yeah, I got my sunglasses on and it's raining. Just as I was finishing up the packing, I put the backpack in the canoe and it started raining again. So I just quickly pulled the footprint out of the top of the backpack and covered the big one. At least, I mean, it's already going to be super heavy because the bug shelter's in there and it's soaking wet. So I just thought, just to help keep it dry, I put a couple rocks on there so it won't blow away. And I am setting off to head out of this lake. Hopefully I don't have too many problems. There are still some dark clouds, but hopefully I'm out of the woods and I get through the big lakes before the winds come up. So fingers crossed. Here we go. All right, it is 12:45. It is raining and I am on the water. Finally. Wish me luck. I'm actually paddling in the little waterway that goes to the portage, so I thought I had to turn. It kind of looks like on the map I have to kind of turn a little bit to the left, but I guess I'm just heading straight in and then it'll bend. The waterway will bend Not sure if that was the portage or if that was a campsite. It had two white squares attached to the tree. I don't know if I'm looking for a portage sign and I don't know where it is either. It's very difficult to see it on the printed map. The printed map, it looks like it's just at the end of the waterway, so that's where I'm going. But the map on my phone shows that, well, it doesn't show it at all. It just shows the river that goes through to the other lake, so it doesn't actually show a portage, so maybe a little bit of a mystery I'll have to figure out here. All part of the adventure. Well, I'm still paddling through the river. This is the stuff that you can't plan for, right? Like, so now it's about 3.5 to 4 kilometers to the portage, but I'm on a windy river full of lily pads, and it's slow going. I love paddling through stuff like this as long as I can get out and get stuck in sucky muck or bottom out. I love this stuff. Shallow little creeks and rivers and stuff are my favorite. Just don't know where to go. Do I go left or right here? I'm gonna try left. Still going here on the river. Great, it looks promising. It's pretty open up here. It's fantastic. Well, the waterway was nice and big and wide, and then I got a dead end. This one looks like something goes through, but I mean, it could be moose or deer walking through there. It doesn't necessarily have to be people. So I'm gonna go, I had a choice to turn left or right a little ways back. I'm gonna go back and see if I'm supposed to be maybe on the other side. Alright, so there was a spot where you could go up the middle or left. I picked up the middle, and that brought me to that dead end. So gone back to that spot. I checked every opening or entrance or anything along the way back just to make sure I didn't miss anything. There's no portage sign or anything, so I'm gonna have to go back there just in case if this is wrong. Then I know that I've looked at all the options, but I'm assuming this is going to be the way, because the other way did not work. I do have to note that even though these little creeks and rivers are super pretty and I love going through them, they do eat up a lot of time. It took a half an hour to paddle the 3 kilometers across Lac Aux Sables, and now it's 10 to 2. So it's been over half an hour since I've been going through this little river, and it should have only been like not even a kilometer, because it's so windy and I'm going kind of slow. It's not like you can paddle fast around corners and stuff, so, but that's okay. It just makes me laugh how you just can't plan this stuff. Okay, there's deer flies just buzzing around me. There was a little breeze and then it was gone. Well, at least the sky looks good. This deer fly's driving me nuts. Just doing circles. Can you see it? The water is really shallow here. I'm just about at the road, I believe, according to my map. If it's accurate. The current is really strong here, and I cannot paddle because it's super shallow. So, I'm now pulling my hands Current. My rope is on the back. Well, it's 2:20. I've been walking the canoe for quite some time. I've got in twice because there were deep sections, and I just paddled a little bit and then had to get back out. Still no portage sign to be seen, so I'm gonna keep moving. It's starting to rain and the mosquitoes are out now. Good times. All right, I just went under the bridge. It was super deep, so I jumped in. There wasn't much of a current, so I thought maybe I made it to the end of that part, but nope, looks like there's more ahead. Still haven't seen a portage sign. Smell campfire. I don't see any people. I could be the campfire smell. Could be like my hair or something. I had a fire last night, so might have just turned my head and smelled myself somehow. So, see if I can get through this. Sorry for the crooked. Whew. Deer flies, mosquitoes, and just buzzing around my head. This current is really strong and the water is really deep. Not deep enough. I'm just gonna walk. This is much harder to paddle through. Now I get a portage. Holy crap, that was hard work. It's 2:35. I do my first portage of the day. Something I don't say often. I hope there's a lookout somewhere because it looks like there's some waterfalls or something that I'm going around. I've got the canoe all set up for portaging, and 310 meters. Probably takes longer to do all this than it will to do the portage. I got 3 mosquito bites on my hand. They just like murdered me, and it's so itchy, and I'm super hot. And it stopped raining again. Now the sun's out, so crazy day. All right, let's go. Well, I have to say it's a lovely portage that I got here. It took me an hour to go through that little section of the river and go like no distance at all, barely. It's crazy. Oh, sucky muck. It's like welcoming me home. Hopefully, because it's not too wet. It's not going to be too sucky. It's not. Sucky muck usually isn't too bad in August. It's a long 300-meter portage. Boy, these bugs are just loving my hands today. The new bug shirt I got is a Ben's, and it actually came with little gloves. Okay, I don't know if this log across here means that I'm supposed to turn or go straight. And I've got the canoe, of course, so I'm gonna put it down. All right, I'm just going down this little side trail here. Maybe it's for the campsite. I don't know. There's no campsite here either. There's supposed to be a campsite here on either end of this portage. Yeah, I guess you can kind of put in here and then just paddle. Oh, there's the sign. So maybe that trail goes to the campsite. I don't know, but there's tons of mosquitoes and deer flies in here, and I'm ready to be done with this portage. All right, well, somehow it's 2:57. I started the portage at 2:35, so it's taking me like 25 minutes to do a 300-meter. That's pretty crazy. Sounds a little bit sketchy to me, but whatever. I believe this is, I can't remember the name of the lake. Bankling? Bingley Lake. Right there. I got a I think it's a 110 into big trout. And then I got 4K at paddling, and then I just have 2 small ones to get back into Long Lake and then Boomage where I'm staying. So we're getting there, but wow, that was like so long to do nothing. Hopefully the rest of the day doesn't go like this, but we'll see. Still seems to be calm. It was raining while I was on the portage, but it's stopped now again, so off we go. All right, I didn't even get in the boat. I just pulled it all the way through here and walked through the water, and I found the campsite. Not too spectacular, so I'm glad I didn't come and stay there. And I've got about 2 kilometers of paddling to do, I think, through here. And then 130 meter portage into big trout. So off we go. Well, surprise. I just turned my GPS on with the map on it, and it says that I'm still on the river. It also says that the lake is called Little Trout, not Bingley or whatever I had said there before. So again, not sure which map is right. I think Little Trout sounds more legit, since there's just a 130 meter portage separating that waterway from big trout, but what do I know? Anyways, I took my head net off now. I guess I'll probably just leave it on for the next portage because it's not that far. Well, I thought I had to paddle 2 kilometers through the lake, but first I have to get through the rest of the river. Okay. Well, I'm clearly still on the river because look at what's in front of me. I hear all this rushing water. I'm like, oh man, what is that? And it doesn't look like it's going to be too friendly to pull the canoe through here. There's tons of rocks. This is crazy. What's up there? I'm going to have to portage the canoe through here on the rocks. What the heck? Are you kidding? This is not on the map. The map's kind of crappy. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please click the subscribe button. Also click the bell for notifications. If you'd like to get more information on the stuff I use on my trips, please check out my website at CamperChristina.com. Thanks. Bye.